So I will describe myself as an early adopter of artificial intelligence. And my initial curiosity came from precisely I was doing so many different projects and I wanted to see, as I was delegating some of those tasks, how some of those tasks can be automatic. And at the same time, I always say that besides having a virtual assistant, I was able to build a digital artificial intelligence assistant, which is ChatGPT 4.
Yeah.
So the first thing is there's a lot of knowledge that you can deploy and get from these new technologies. And I know some physicians that I talk to, they feel dread by it, right? So there's some conversation about, is it going to replace me even as a provider, which the answer is no. But at the same time, you see how this technology is massively changing the way we see the world and we interact with the world. And within the next 5 or 10 years, you're going to see a lot of things definitely changing in the status quo of a lot of jobs out there. So now I believe that for the personal side and professional side and business side, now you can create a business from scratch using the support of artificial intelligence. There are some tools that it can do a lot of the heavy lifting when you have an idea, and it can support you to give you, like I was recently came across this chatbot that you can use in Instagram, and you can just start asking to define your niche. And it start asking you questions about the niche, and you go so deep into it. And at the end of the chat, it will give you advice about this is feasible or not. And in real time, draft you a business plan that you can even propose to partners that might be looking at being business partners for this idea that you have. So it can get as amazing as that part. But I'm very focused mostly on how it can improve my own workflows. There are a few things that you can use ChatGPT for. I think that in the realm of copywriting, it's very good, helping you support you writing emails and creating some of the work that you will spend a lot of time doing or having somebody else to do it. What I like about the artificial intelligence is that you can build a personality trait that resonates as you are. The more you train it, the more it will sound like you, the one talking. On the side of the digital health, though, one of the healthcare startups that I'm an advisor for, they use artificial intelligence to support some of the workflow of practicing clinicians, including scriber, advanced scribing features, clinical support, like in the decision making, and even in the chart capture. So it's the whole revenue cycle supported by these some of these products. And I have used it and tested myself. And it's been amazing because one of the things when I was doing only burnout coaching, the main complaint most physicians have is, I don't want to sit down for hours in the computer to go for these documentation and things like that. Can you imagine now, you go to the patient, you are at the bedside, you start recording the conversation, the system will filter while you're discussing with the patient, will create a draft of a note that you can review, will give you advice on any thing that you might be missing, and it will suggest what is the appropriate billing code. Can you imagine that you are rounding on the patient, you have your note, you have your charges, you sign them, you're done with it. It's a completely change on how we practice medicine nowadays.